What up? I got diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands. I got diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands. I got diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands. I got diamond hands, diamond hands. Yeah, GME, AMC, take that risk all on me. Robin Hood, you a dork, saving shorts while we squeeze. I don't got paper hands, sticking it to the man. I don't got paper hands, hold the line and stand. Diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands. I got diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands. I got diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands. I got diamond hands, diamond hands. Ooh, yeah. Wall Street bets, trimming the hedge, playing the game, but now we ahead. They getting mad, going in debt. We getting rich, Wall Street is dead. I don't got paper hands, sticking it to the man. I don't got paper hands, hold the line and stand. Diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands. I got diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands. I got diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands. I got diamond hands, diamond hands. Ooh, yeah.
Everybody, what is going on? What is up? What is good? Been a while since last Wednesday. Bit of a lull period, man. I guess we've heard about Modern Horizons 2. We've heard about all of these things that are going to be in that set. God, Timmies are mad. Timmies are mad that the fetch lands are in an expensive set. The Timmies are mad because all cards should cost 5 cents. Coming in with the 5-month sub, Hermit, thank you very much. We will get to this. We know we have dealt with Shiny Star V. Yo, they're working a lot lately. The Timmies are mad that the fetch lands are not in a $4 pack. As if Modern Horizons is not going to be this Grand Slam set that, you know, is like going to sell left and right. Going to drive the price of these fetch lands that are just rares down, and there's like 30 different prints of them, so they're, you know, but the Timmies are mad. Although I do believe that you're not going to be able to get the old border ones in anything besides collector boosters. That's what I would bet money on that. I think I can get. Yeah, I'm going to Modern Horizons 2. I'm gonna get some product. I don't know. We'll see. But I really want to have a discussion today more than anything. I was talking to Yanji about this. Also, shout out to Yanji in chat right now. So Wizards of the Coast announced that on May 28th, in-store play is going to be a thing again, sanctioned. Now let's call a spade a spade. In-store play has been happening. But it's official, right? Sanctioned tournaments, right? Sanctioned events are starting up. So we have been spending the last since December here, right? And I've had a sub button since January. It's even 5 sub, right? So what do you guys think is the future of card-related content on Twitch? Like, how does it go? Because, you know, I think playing the game is like one thing. I don't think it's super exciting. I think there's like a lack of Commander content on Twitch, but that takes a lot of setup. You know, I mean, that's like quite a bit. Like if I were to bring Commander content, what I would have to do is like literally bring a streaming setup to my friend's house. And even then, now they're going back to stores, you know, so it's like stores have to like stream content. That's not very like interactive with chat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think like that's great. But there was this big boom on Twitch of Pokemon, you know? And one thing to know is that nothing... Yeah, listen. There's nothing that is forever. It's actually why I started posting the streams on YouTube now. Always hedging my bets, right? So, like, what will happen? You know, like, what happens? Because, let's be real, if you can go to the store, I would rather you support your local store than me. I'm telling you that right now. Like, go to your local store, because the local stores keep these games, like, afloat. You know what I'm saying? It really does keep them afloat. And trust me, I will be just fine no matter what happens. No matter what happens, right? I think, you know, like, Discord is going to be I really think that, like, my Discord has, like, been, like, my best, like, social media, like, by far. It's, like, the way most enjoyable, too. It's, like, way more personal. But I know, like, my videos, yeah, for sure. Like, when events come in, I could just, like, post, like, vlogs and blogs at events, which is going to be exciting. I'm really excited to bring that content, man. Like, it's really funny, because right now there's this whole debate in my friend group about Gen Con. Yeah, so, like, opening up old product is still good. Like, opening up old product is always going to be really good, because it's scarce. But... like, I don't think that it's just the set why Battle Styles hasn't moved. Just in general, right? Compared to what Vivid Voltage did. Battle Styles has been out now, how long? 3 weeks? What's going on, Thasgarb? 6 weeks? 7 weeks? 7 weeks after release, Vivid Voltage were $200 a box. Like, you could not find them for less than $200. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the question really does become, what is the future as we get back to a semblance of a normalcy? You know, what is the future? I'm still going to stream every Monday. I appreciate that very much, big man. I appreciate that very much. He says that I am do you guys see the resemblance? Do you see the resemblance right here? You know, but I have, of course, personality helps for, like, any sort of content creation. You know, like, if I was boring, people would just tune out. I wouldn't even know that I was boring, because there'd be people don't like, you're boring and leave. Like, they just leave, you know? But, you know, just the idea of streaming, because videos, there's always going to be videos related to cards, you know what I mean? Like, I could turn the camera on and talk, you know what I mean? Like, that could happen, but the more interactive stuff of a stream, you know, is that, like, breaking and stuff like that, it's going to be an interesting transition back into the more realistic times. You know, so, like, Chilling Reign is going to be a very interesting set release. So, the word on the street, and I can tell you guys this, is allocations for Chilling Reign are getting cut somewhere between 80 and 90%. Average price will go down. Price will never go back to what it was pre-pandemic. Nothing's ever going back to the price pre-pandemic. Literally nothing. From tuna fish to Charizard, nothing's going back. Where we can find product on the shelf again. Well, there's a lot of other variables, right? So you have the supply chain issue across the world. I think the idea of things going back, I mean, it's another fact, especially with Doge, NFTs. These streams have been a great starting point for me. Well, yeah, for sure. You know, I have. You know, I'm gonna give you guys a full disclaimer, and I mentioned it in my Discord, right? Check the link. There should be description links. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I really haven't checked my YouTube stream in a while. I actually sold my Doge Saturday morning. I sold off. I left 3,000 in this, right, in storage, but 70 cents. I looked at it and said, "This is kind of weird." You know what's going on, Hugo? Yo, Hugo, haven't heard from you in a while. Good to see you. Right? But it was very strange, you know. But listen, I appreciate, you know, that you guys like my my personality, and I hope to see you guys at events, right? Gen Con is scheduled for September. Tickets go on sale at the end of the month. I will go on CKO. I do anticipate being at that event. I do anticipate being at Gen Con, right? Even if I have to pay, like, scalp tickets. Yeah. Well, my take is going to be, like, slightly, like, unconventional, right? Because I have such a big... I'm always trying to see the forest trees, But it's a very weird, like, it's going to be an interesting situation with the future of content. You know what? I'm still going to stream every Monday and Wednesday, but if you guys notice, like, I'm not doing the Friday stream because there comes a point where, like, if we're not opening packs, right? What was the announcement? Where I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Like, we're not opening packs like as much as we were because you guys should be at your local game store opening packs, especially on a Friday. You know what I mean? Like, if there's Friday Night Magic players are at Friday Night Magic, right? Let's just keep it real. So, and then there's Pokemon and all that. Next year, but not this year. That's fine. Listen, I understand it. I understand if you don't want to go this year. But my point is I'm going, you know. Oh, the in-store gaming? Yeah, look. And there have been a lot of places that have been doing it, but now it's sanctioned, and people are going to come out of this at different speeds. You know, everyone's going to have a different willingness to come back from the pandemic and all this stuff. You know, some people are ready to go right now, you know, and some people aren't going to be ready to go for 2 years from now. But they'll be back. You know what I mean? People will be back in eventually. You know, the Squidward, you guys ever see the meme where Squidward is looking and there's Patrick and SpongeBob, and Patrick and SpongeBob are having fun, and Squidward's just like, Eventually, that's going to be how people are going to be, and they're going to wean their way back in. So there's going to be less, opening content on Twitch outside of, big events. So, the whole Pokemon boom, now I think Pokemon comes in cycles, and Pokemon will always have another boom. And I'm really interested in seeing what happens when. I mean, I think so. I don't see how they wouldn't be. It's just when your numbers go down, it's very random. But it's it was this perfect storm for why box breaking got big. Is you couldn't find product in stores, right? And you couldn't go to local stores to hang out. So it led to this opportunity for people to open up packs in the store, right? Or online and send it out. And I think it's cool. It's a lot of fun. If people vaccinated, I think it's fine. We head back as long as there's less people use sanitizer. Listen, yeah, 100%. An event, listen, there's been diseases, there's been things, but eventually it fades to memory, I was alive during 9/11. I remember there was nothing around that you could do. People were scared, and it took some people legitimately years to go to any sort of mass gathering out of fear, but eventually they all move back. Not everything happens overnight. Sometimes it takes people a few years, and that's okay. They'll have their vaccine, they'll have just better treatments, things will move forward. But as far as the internet space with it, and like I said, I want people to go to their local game stores, because without them, especially Magic, as much as Wizards of the Coast doesn't want to admit this, the game will have a much slower growth and a lot more stagnant, because the gathering is still a very big part of that, right? Pokemon's an indestructible type. It's gonna take a silver bullet the size of Wyoming to knock Pokemon, to even rock it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So, by the way, speaking of breaks, we do have an opening for Hermit. We have a box of Shiny Star V. Let's get this in, huh? Really appreciate everyone stopping by, hanging out, talking. I'm probably just going to stock a couple of boxes of Modern Horizons and see how it goes. That's really I think it's a group of people that have found their niche box by having packs of online. Yeah, no, listen, it's not going to die. I'm still going to stream every Monday and Wednesday. But the reason why I switched off of the Friday is because if the packs are opened up, people aren't opening up as many packs, right? But there's only so many topics to talk about in a given week, where it's I could spend my time doing else and let the whole weekend and let everything stew and let everything brew that way. Yeah. I've been to different FNMs. I mean, in New York, it's a little different. It was a little more strict with the restrictions. But, I've been to my local game store in the last year. I mean, that's where I get a lot of this product, This set, you know, it's going to be very interesting. These sets from the pandemic era, both in Magic and in Pokemon. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Hey, a Lapras VMAX.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Full art. Not bad, not bad. Of course, the big pull is still always going to be the Zard and the Marnie. That Marnie set that's coming out in English is going to be hard to get. Promise you that. But Chilling Reign, it sounds like most allocations have been like 90%. I don't want to just come out and say until there's confirmation of that. I didn't want to make a video about it. You know, when I wrote that that was actually one of my better performing videos on YouTube, was the call time video, where I said that draft boxes were cut, and it didn't really show any effect. But as Zigzagoon, didn't really show much in the way of an effect on the market. But it's definitely just noticeable when looking for the product. The draft box is almost this thing that's just happens to still be hanging around. It's kind of like in sports. Yeah, it's kind of like in sports where you have this old player that's still on the team, and he used to be great. Oh yeah. Mystical Archives. I don't like Strixhaven that much. I'll keep it real with you. I really think the set is kind of crap. And the reason why is the set is basically it's like a hidden master set, but it's the masters in it isn't even that good. The reprints in it aren't actually that good. All anyone wants to pull from that set are reprints. You know, when you open up a box of Theros, you want to open up your Uro. When you open up a box of Throne, you wanted to pull Oko. Even Call Time, you want to pull Vorinclex. When you open up a box of Strixhaven, you want to pull Demonic Tutor. I can open a Demonic Tutor in 9 other sets. You know? Obviously, they're harder to get, but the point is that I don't really like. It's just... when I want to open a new set, I want to enjoy all the new cards, you know? The original, that having many of the special slots being bulk was never an issue. Well, the issue with the difference is, I think with the original Time Spiral, was that wasn't the chase. None of the time shifted cards were the chase card in Time Spiral, even on release. You know, none of the chase cards are from Time Spiral. Everyone at the time, you know, you wanted to pull I'm trying to remember what stuff was big at that time. Yeah, they were just random cards that were just happened to be there, and they were kind of neat. The best card is Witherbloom, the Witherbloom Elder Dragon, right? And that card's $15. Yeah, Chroma. Yeah, so you know, Vesuva, you know, for your your legacy, people playing Vesuva 4 shots at the time, you know. But the whole Strixhaven, the main spoilers were pushed off to the side. And there's some decent cards. I like some of the commands. I like that one there you discard it and you make a treasure and then you can flash back with Deerhulk. It's really good and historic. But it's and then there's so many bulk cards. And honestly, when a store only has finite resources, are you going if you're a store, right? And now games are being spread pretty thin. Get a Senna Scorch VMAX. So the games are being spread thin, right? And are you gonna allocate more money towards the next Magic set? Let's not think of it as a D&D set, right? Because that's gonna have a thing. The Innistrad in the fall, or the one after that. Are you gonna put your money into that, or are you gonna allocate more money and try to get more Flesh and Blood, or are you gonna put more money to try to get more Digimon, which is white hot at the moment? Digimon is white hot. Flesh and Blood needs very little introduction, and I'm not even. I have 0 Flesh and Blood product at all. None. So if you're gonna not be able to open up a box and get at some of your value, eventually that is a very weird issue with getting in new players, because part of the selling point of card games is that your cards have value compared to other hobbies. That's part of the deal. Yes, indeedy. That is You know, it's not something like, you know, we can you can talk about all cards should be cheap, cards should be whatever, and I can understand that. And I think Pokemon has the best way to do it, where you make chase cards, but now you made the chase cards easy to get. That was Rudy's point. If the chase cards in the set are now bundled too, so now you got to get like the only thing anyone wants is the Japanese version. Instead of having like good chase cards like in the set, I think Magic had it perfectly with Battle for Zen. I think that was like, and Kaladesh was like peak. Which is funny because that set like, you know, like broke the game, but now everything breaks the game, so no one cares. Put it into Magic because you need to go back into Digimon. It's not a lot. Yeah, but if the Magic sits on the shelf, that's dead money, and not a lot of stores have the ability to hold down dead money at this point. You know, or Pokemon. But I'm talking about the store. I'm also talking about like the stores that are like, you know, big, that get the big allocations of Pokemon too, like the Cool Stuff Incs. Like those are like those type of stores, the ones who really move the market. You always sell out on pre-release week of Digimon. You're talking about, or are you talking about Magic? Or Flesh and Blood. Magic? Listen, Magic's got a great following. I understand that. And again, it's selling. Are you selling out of collector's boxes too? And set boxes? Yeah, you need cash on hand to be able to pay these. And a lot of what not the greatest box. A lot of what happens, right? A lot of what happens is if a set does, because some stores are working so close to the vest, right? That if you have a set that does not sell well, and right now everything's selling well, which is good. That's good. That's very good. Yeah, this set is hard to not at least break on, right? So if you have if you have a set that does not do well, and they do exist, you know, now yeah, there are some stores that sell out, and it sits on the shelf, and then all of a sudden you have to pay for your next game, that leads to problems. Interesting about that. You know, like if it sits, because you could get this bias that everything is always going to be great. Okay, sounds good. That like everything's always going to be great, but that's really just not the case. You know, where you have to learn, you have to be ready for the downturns, and what's your head. And if you're, a lot of the issue is that a lot of stores are opened up and they did not have the money to do it, right? Because they have this dream of like, I'm going to open up a card store and it's going to be so much fun and I'm going to make money on something that I love. And then you get there and you realize, oh wait, I'm running a business on something with the margins are not very good, right? Especially where like retail, like wholesale price on a Magic box is somewhere between 75 and 82, and your competition is Amazon. You know, so if you have a loyal fan following, sure, like at your local game store where they get it, you know. If you have a customer base that understands the process, right? Understands that, look, I got to make money to pay rent, pay my employees, then sure. But a lot of other stores that are new, but people say, look, I would give you $100 for this box, but I could just go on Amazon and get it for 90. You know, and that could be a problem. Now, if it sells out on Amazon and the store's there, and people are like, all right, whatever, I'll pay the $115 or whatever for the box, that's fine. But what happens when the set is not wanted? That's the thing. And my concern about Strixhaven, this is definitely a concern I have, is they did not put as much effort into this set's main set as they did that Mystical Arc. Everything with Strixhaven was about the Mystical Archetype. And I think that's not good, because that could have just been a reprint set. In theory, that Mystical Archive could have been like the list part of like the next mystery booster, and it would have been no different. Like you could have had like 75 cards in the next mystery booster set, would have had that alternate frame, and they would have had more value because they would have been rare. But now let's go back. I'm gonna check again. I want to keep. GameStop doesn't end up breaking a lot of marriages. Yes, Yeah. Well, if you really want to get into the nitty gritty and like unpaid child labor in some stores, I have seen those stores, man. I've seen those stores where their kid is just working sorting cards. It's like, you should probably pay that person. Yeah. Because the margins aren't good. The margins just are dog shit, and especially with Magic. And the margins, this is the thing, that was the point, is it used to be your margins were in the singles. But when the most expensive card in the set is $17 and the box cost you $82, if you were to break them, that would be a little under $3 a pack. And almost every card in the set is underneath it, and then you can't make any margins. It's a lot of work for very little, which is why when I see a lot of these people online and whatever, and they're like screaming about, oh, this local store overcharging, oh, they're just scalpers, blah blah blah. I'm like, you really, there's really this like alternate like world that people live in that doesn't actually exist. That people think that these local game store owners are all just like they sort cards on their yacht. Like that's not the case. That's just not the case at all. People are on like it's a lot of work. It's a lot. It's a crazy amount of work, and it's usually a thankless job, and there's a reason they don't last that long on average. Now, of course, there's your anomaly. Of course, there is your anomaly. Yeah, no, the uncommon slot used to be very important. What's your guys' take on Counterspell being pre-printed into Modern? Obviously a divisive comment. I think I haven't. Well, Pioneer is definitely not. I can't say that I'm with you on that thing. Make Force Negation. Really. Best design Magic card in the last amazing. The rest of that set designed so fucking poorly. So my take is it's a little degenerate in the way that you have now basically removed any alternative option. Right. And the issue with Counterspell is that card always trades for 2 mana, where no other card in Modern, no other thing did that. Like you had Logic now, but like Logic now, it comes with another price. So it makes things that cost more than 3 a lot more risky to play. So it kind of leads to an inbreeding of the format. Obviously I could be talking out my ass. But this is coming from a competitive player who's played a lot, right? Yeah. It's Counterspell and Cryptic Command has kept like anything that costs 5 or above basically dog shit. It's not necessarily just that it's slow. You can't play a 5-mana spell into Cryptic Command. You never can do that. You're asking to not lose the game. These other two. What, Cryptic Command? Woo! Yo, Mana Drain is pretty underpriced. Speaking of underpriced, so if you like to play the singles game, like the non-reserveless singles game, oh, I don't really do that unless I'm just turning over collections, right? You can get like Soul Rings on Star City Games for like $2 a piece. Those are like easy like things that'll, like, if they don't reprint that card in like 2 months, it goes back to $5. I don't know if I'm able to dig this out. Pretty sure I am down to only 8 packs left of Hidden Fates. Should have really done an auto. I'm gonna refund 2 of these. Alright, you got 8 packs right here. 5, 6, 7 of Hidden Fates. Foil Collector Green. Well, Collector Oof is a great card. I don't know if I would be buy listing Collector Oof for $20. You guys ever like get a chance to actually buy cards at buy list? Like, have you ever like done that? I try to tell people that you should do that more often. And just offer buy list on cards because it makes your cards essentially free. You know what I mean? And no, you're not ripping anybody off if you're offering to buy their cards at buy list. What's going on, Chew? Listen, I got an update on the February 5 days and the November 20 days. We'll get to that. Speaking of Chew, I know a lot of people are patiently waiting their submissions. I'm patiently waiting for submissions to return, just to be able to do them again. I actually think that that also led to a little bit of the torpedoing of things. Is PSA not accepting any more submissions? Probably. I'm not gonna say it stopped Pokemon Bull Run, but I think that it definitely put the brakes on it. Yeah, I think that definitely put the brakes on it. Because, let's be real, a lot of the Pokemon Bull Run, came down to the same thing with sports cards. Jesse J, right? Yeah.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Like, a lot of the Pokemon Bull Run is the same thing in the sports cards. Where it's like you open up a good card, you grade it, you sell it, and you make money. And once you couldn't do that anymore, a lot of the non-Pokemon people kind of just left the space. Now, of course, you're going to have leftovers, you're going to have hangovers, you're going to have people who just got into it and now they're going to stay forever. Because after every big run, you have people who linger. Yeah, put a stop to the grade buy flip. Yeah, the infinite money, because it really was an infinite. Okay. And regardless of your opinion of whether or not they should have stopped, it slowed it down. But I think that's okay. I honestly think that's okay. You need consolidation. You can't just have an endless spike up. It's a bad idea to just be like, oh, it's just nothing ever goes down. A Kartana and a bird. Good pack so far. You need it. You need consolidation. You need things to cool off. Otherwise, that's when you start getting things start getting sketchy. You know what's funny? I'm all over all the Facebook groups, but you may see me sometimes on there. And people like, what are you gonna do if they all go down? I'm sitting here like, yo, do you understand how long I have been waiting for a cooldown period where I'm not like bidding against like 900 people for cards that I want? I don't want to sound like a dick, but Thunder Fiend Magic are gonna do what they were gonna do no matter how much you bitch. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Whether you like it or not, not 100%. That's not a dick. That's being like mature, and not being like a brat where you just like you have to get your way. Like just being a like intelligent person. Jeez, you are firing on all cylinders. Oop. It's been a while since I pushed this button. Yo, can I get a little hype in chat? A little hype. I'm excited. It did. And a Lowland 9 hails GX and a pincer. GX. Go. Love it in fade. My mic levels are not picking me up well. Okay. How's this now? Is this a little bit better? Pick me up a little hotter. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't done any like sound tests and all that. But yeah, I'm saying is like, do you know how long I've been waiting to just like the cards I want not have to be bidding against like 9 people that are just like all trying to grab like the same like big thing. Like I want to just like walk into like a place, see a card that's at like the same price it's been for the last like 3 months and go, okay, it's stable, let me buy one now. You know what I mean? It's not gonna like it's not gonna go on these like massive like parabolic spikes. These cards aren't like a, you know, like Dogecoin where like I could set like limit buys and sells on Dogecoin. So like the volatility is good if you're a gambler. You know? Like, if you're someone who's likes to throw money around. Yeah, exactly. You know. But like cards aren't like liquid in that way, you know. Ooh, and a purple. You know, like they're liquid to a point, but it's like if I want to just turn around and like sell, like with Dogecoin, when it goes up 5 cents, you could set a limit to like sell and then wait for it to go down 5 cents and buy, and then sell when it goes back up 5 cents again. All of a sudden, like you legitimately just put $200, $300 into your bank account. Whereas these cards are doing that, and it's just like it's such a feel bad. It's like, oh, you overpaid. Like you always end up overpaying, you know, because you're like, there's too much like those PWCC auctions I've lost. I lost almost every PWCC auction in the last 4 months, and ask me if I care. I do not. I just don't care. I'll be like, okay. Like, if you guys want to pay those prices, you do it. I will wait. Because the thing is with me is I don't sell the stuff. I have diamond hands. So when the cards come, you know, once I get a sale, like once I get a purchase and I lock in a price, I'm like, that's it. I'm good. So I want to pay market, but I don't want to like pay like over market unless I think the market is drastically underpriced. And I've tried to like overpay for some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But it's like, can't get it. You always gotta try to like I always look for markets that aren't like on fire. Like I don't want to like run into the fire. I want to like get the stuff out of the fire before like, you know. Ooh. And another Jesse and James. Nice. You could program a bot for Dogecoin. That's why I got out at 71 cents. I got out on my Robinhood at 71 cents for it. Because I didn't like what was happening. I was looking at it and I was like, Alright, last pack magic here. I just didn't like the whole thing seemed like kind of sketchy. You know. But like it's good to have lull periods, man. It's like that's when you pick stuff up. You know, that's when you consolidate. That's where, you know, if you have any like debt that you did, because some people buy this stuff with credit cards, man. I mean, it also like lost value during 420. Remember, 420 was gonna spike it. Like, whenever anyone tells you something, whenever everyone is telling you something's gonna happen, assume the opposite's gonna happen. Like, everyone says it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, that just do the opposite. Like, because if everybody would know it, everybody would be doing it. That makes sense? So it's gonna go up. Oh, you have a guarantee that it's gonna go up because of reasons? No. I think what happened was there were people who have you can go online. That's the cool thing about crypto. You could go online to the Explorer and you could just look at the large accounts. There was one of the largest accounts that when it hit like 65 cents and it started, someone liquidated like 2 billion coins. Someone just sold 2 billion coins. Like, transferred them to an exchange. And that's enough to move the market. Like, understand something, right? So, say I actually do own like 20% of all the Polyrath cards, right? All the Polyrath 10s, right? There's like a few hundred of them. And all of a sudden, I put them all on eBay. Just like that. Like, I list them all on eBay. The price goes down because supply and demand is undefeated, okay? It's like Father Time. Never lost. Wears a 34-inch shoe. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what happened. I don't think it went up or down because of that. I think the Elon Musk effect is kind of overblown between you and me. Like, I think it's a little overrated. Okay. Like, that's our need to, like, have a cult of personality. You know what I mean? We're like, what's going on, Rocky? Like, we need somebody. Yeah, Rudy will sell, but he'll sell one box at a time. Probably through consignment. That's why consignment exists. Consignment exists because you don't want to suddenly... Because if Rudy were to suddenly put 100 boxes of Mirage on the market and you know it was Rudy's box, that's why you have NDAs signed and when you move stuff like that. Because once you see Rudy starting to liquidate, the price crashes. So it's in your best interest that no one knows it was you and you move them slowly. The payoff of 20 years, 30 years. Repeating in spurts. I mean, I don't know what Rudy's going to do. Like, you know why I don't know what Rudy's going to do? Because I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, these websites are weird, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. Right, let's look at this. Here, right? Here's this PSA 7 Shadowless Zard that was revealed last week, right? I genuinely have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do with this card. I just know that I don't want $2,000 for it, which is the current rate. I just know I don't want anything that remotely resembles $2,000 for it. Right, that's all I'm gonna say. Is I just know that I do not. So like when Rudy moves his stuff, it's not on the market. It's not for sale. I don't really want cash right now. Like, candidly, I don't like. If I were to move it, I would move it probably for like Litecoin or something. But even then, I'd rather have the Charizard. To be honest with you, like, I don't want $2,000. Like they're still paying people to stay home. You know what I mean? Like, have you guys seen the sign that was outside of like a McDonald's that was like, yeah, Rocky, we revealed it last week. Got a 7. Shadowless 7. It took this, got it back from May of last year. 12 months. But like, I would rather have this, like, to be honest with you, than like the amount of money it's currently worth. There's an amount of money that would get it out of my hands. There's no amount of money that would get this out of my hands, right? Charizards can go, but like I have the CD Zard with the swirl on the tail, and like I want like 2 times what another 10 is because of the swirl, and people are like, oh, wow. It's like, dude, I don't really care if you have dollars. It's like we all work for dollars. Like Like, there's going to be more dollars. I promise you. There's not going to be any more of this. Can I see some? Yo. Rocky, I can't wait to start showing some of your guys' cards. That's like the big payoff. That's going to be like my big content. As stuff opens up, it's like, yo, the grade reveals for everybody, man. Yeah, man. Oh, listen. You guys. I think that's a great piece to have to your collection, Chew. Yes. Look at this box. These are the cards that have to be sent out. You have so many of your guys' cards here. Espeon. You know what I didn't get a chance to send out? The blue guy. The friggin' Urshifu. That's awesome, Rocky. Yeah, no. But yeah, Hugo, you got like a trillion, and then we got to figure out what we're going to do as far as shipping goes, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. You know how many people, like, I don't know, man. I got an effect on people, I think. And I don't want to have this effect on people, but like when people see my enthusiasm for stuff, they kind of end up just like getting involved. Like I know a bunch of people have been like, you know how many of my friends now lately who've been getting into graded cards? So I'm just like, I just absolutely love these things. I love it. You know, like this could go to $1 tomorrow, and I promise you I won't be upset because I'll be like, wow, I'm the only person with a brain left on Earth. Look how cool. Yeah. I'm the only. I mean, that would genuinely be my opinion. I'm the only person on Earth left with a brain, and I would buy every single copy. And if they could do, you know, I'd be like, these things are awesome. Oh boy, let me open some packs. Let me do something, man. I still have so I collected Pokemon 20, right, when it was out. Like I collected everything related to Pokemon 20. And what was really cool was part of that was that Generations Elite Trainer box, which is now over $1,000. I had a different mindset then that I have now. You know, now I would have been like, yeah, picked up literally. Like I would have definitely got a case. To be honest with you, I would have got a case for Generations ETBs. It was if I had the way I was doing things then. Then that's hindsight though. So I have cases of Shining Fates. I think Shining Fates is underpriced. I don't care what anyone else says. I think people are bugging the fuck out. I think that set is awesome. And you guys can still get ETBs of that for like $65-$70. I'd be like, yo, get them. That'd be my opinion. Be like, yo, if you want that, get that. You won't be disappointed. But like thinking about like retracing and like cooldown periods in the market, I want to like have a position in like evolutions. Like I don't have any evolutions product like at all. You know, I regret selling that case. I quick flipped it. Yeah, listen, and people want to keep selling these things for like $100. I'd be like, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. My luck, like on my personal openings with Chilling Reign, not Chilling Reign, with Battle Styles has been poop. Like even when I get like good cards, they're in like bad condition. Yo, I was talking to Yanji about Team Up, right? Team Up is the reason why I won't sell my Vivid Voltage boxes. Is because I think I have a couple that are in like storage and all them, but I want to like hold the ones I have. Ooh. What is this? A little mustard, eh? I mean, I could say anything, right? That to me is like Moon Boy talk. So Moon Boy and Crypto are the people like, yo, is this coin gonna go? Is it like 50x? I'm like, to me that's like nauseating. I don't like price predictions. I don't. But I look at Vivid Voltage and then I look at, hey, nice JP. Like I look at Vivid Voltage and I look at Team Up and I go, I think Vivid Voltage is a better set. So I'm like, if Team Up, now I understand the Team Up came out before the bull run and then it spiked during the bull run, and we will not be in this raging Pokemon bull run in 2023 or the late 2022. Yeah, I think everything will go to 10K at some point. It just depends what 10K means, you know? Like, it's going to go to 10K. Okay. It took base set unlimited 20 years. So how long is it going to take evolution? Right? Yeah, 10K pennies, right? 10K dimes, 10K Doge. But the way that I'm looking at, like, Vivid Voltage is if Team Up got to what it did after 24 months, Vivid Voltage can't go less than like 400. Am I wrong? In 2 years from that, like there would have to be something really strange. So some people are like, listen, you should dump your Vivid Voltage at 1250. It's gonna have like more stock or blah blah. You know? Yeah, no, it is. It is. And it's funny because you know what I love to use Team Up? I use Team Up to troll War of the Spark. So War of the Spark, right? And of course, I have the Japanese boxes, which I'm still bullish on, right? I still think these are the juice. These are the juice, right? But I troll War of the Spark. He's like, yo, we seen War of the Spark? It's like 160, and I'm like, yeah. And you know what set came out that same week? Team Up. Go look up how much those boxes are. Night and day. Night and day. Not the same. You know, because like Rudy had a video talking about like perspective, right? And I'm like, yeah, you are right. Perspective is everything. Guys, I have a buy list Magic related in the Discord. I'm falling out. Let's see if I can pull a card for it right here. They could pull a Fierce Guardianship. Baby Godzilla. Cob Warden. Parcel Beast. Ooh, Obosh. Yeah, I mean, I just don't like price predictions, man. To me, they're so, like, stupid. Like, it's just, do I think they're going to go up over time? Yeah, I do. Of course I do. I don't want to, like, tell you how much. Because that's, like, leads into, like, the stupid-ass meme. Like, I'm not a financial advisor. It's like, alright. Yeah, Team Ups are grand, man. Team Up is an amazing set. I fucked up. I should have bought that Latios. Latios was, like, 80. I was like, I should have bought it. Card's beautiful. Like, absolutely beautiful. Makes a great Valentine's Day gift. If you have a Poke Lady. I think that, Team Up's gonna be probably sitting at 1,000 for a while. I think that I don't think it has much upside. Oh, I might have some Team Up Dollar Store packs coming in. Sit tight. Yeah, listen, I mean, that's why you want to hold on to things of value, because eventually you can trade towards the stuff you really want. That's been my whole point this whole time. Where it's like, oh, why do you want your cards to go expensive? It's like, because I want the better cards. You know, it's a great saying in the altcoin community. You want your altcoins to go up because the main goal is to get more Bitcoin, right? I want all my other stuff to go up so one day I can go, you know what? They've all outran a first edition PSA 10 Charizard. It's time for me to join the elite. I've earned it. I did some moves. I did some good specs, some good long-term holds. And now I have the grail. I am one of the chosen few. It can be done. Even if it goes to $3 million, it can be done. It's just going to be hard. And it's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy to get those things. You know? That's why I say, if you have a thing, I know Hermit for you, I'm assuming it's the first ed jungle Snorlax. You can get it. Just do smart moves over and over and over and over and over again. All of a sudden you look up one day and it's like, holy shit, I have quite a bit. In English and Japanese. Nice. Not in all the other languages. You know what's funny? I have an opportunity. I'm going to be honest with you. So the last PSA 10 first edition Poliwrath went for 5,650. Didn't Jungle have Spanish? Yeah, Jungle had Spanish. Jungle, I've definitely seen some, unless I'm bugging out. Am I bugging out? Possible I'm bugging. That was WotC, so WotC released everything in all languages. But PSA 10 first ed Poliwrath, a PWCC, recently went for 5,600. So if I see one for 5,000, yeah, I've seen the Chinese market, man. The Chinese Pokemon card market's going crazy. A lot of this stuff that was underpriced, people are getting into. You know, that's really just what it is. Yeah, there has to be a Spanish Snorlax, and a French, and a German. And a Chinese, right? I don't know. I've also seen the Korean, the Korean Charizard from Shining Star V. It's pretty popular. Chew, I have so many cards for you. We're waiting for the grade reveals to come back. I have you and your brother Panda. I have I just had that on my shelf for the entire spring, just sitting there. Listening to this Harris Heller track that I have on right now, it sounds like I'm about to get DMCA'd. Nintendo is about to kick my door down. No, I didn't get them back. I'm just saying I have your card. I have
Those fat packs back there.
That's your stuff. Your commons, your uncommons, and all that. I don't have any of your cards back, yeah. It's going to be fun because I don't even remember what's in there. I don't remember what you pulled. So you're going to be getting that. It's oh yeah, I pulled that. Let me check the There's a vibe. How do we all know what we consider bulk? Yeah, that's true. Look at Magic. Look at, Chain of Smog. Pokemon could be the same thing. Pokemon bulk is so great. Everyone's so obsessed with grading and hype stuff nowadays. More than the actual, I don't want to say it's everyone. I think everyone has different motives. Right? There's going to be people who see opportunity and they strike it, but you can use that to, if you're looking for stuff that you like, you could use that to your advantage as well. So it's where people just want to like get the cards for like the flips. Like if you get those, you could sell those for the stuff that you want personally. You just have to, you know, ignore the noise. That's what I would say. Just ignore the noise. Like if you're looking to get the cards that you want, just get the cards you want. But don't don't worry about what everyone else is doing. It's really like there's too many other people to be like worrying about that shit to me. Yeah, and of course, you get your people, that stuff, and a lot of it gets very. Oh, the thing is, like that only lasts for like a few months. Like it seems like it's been forever, like this Pokemon run, but it's really only been like 9-10 months. Like it's not even that crazy. Like the first Logan Paul video was like last like July, and it's already starting to like slow up. I'm interested what's gonna happen with this 25th anniversary set. That thing has to be a grand slam, because. Also, I mean, the grading and all that, it's like I said, I've been like this. I did not buy this on this bull run, man. That's what I'm saying. I did not buy this on this bull run. I've had this motherfucker for a long time. I've had plenty of them. But I also have other cards, too. Let me look at something here. Grading status. I want to see who's in the February early thing. I'm just with Diamond Hands, my MTG Mine 2, and so many good shit to buy that happen. Yeah, don't do that. I had to stop my friends from like, I'm glad they so long I live in California, so it was first time fun to retail. So like, there we go. Man, it's about patience, man. It's about patience. Just like, yeah, it's crazy. It's hype. You can't. This is definitely DMCA. Anyway, but like, you can't blame people. Like a lot of the people who are like buying cards and like to sell them and flip them, like they lost their job due to like COVID. And it's like, you can't blame somebody for taking an opportunity, man. Yeah, like it sucks like for the people who just like want to just get the cards, but it's like, can you blame people who are just trying to like just get by? Like you don't know I don't know everyone's situation, you're never catching me dead at a Target, dude. No way. I just have like I value my time on top of like, with money is like that, where it's like I'll pay. Another thing is like with the scalping of this, the prices haven't been that absurd. Look at the sports card market. $20 boxes are going for like $150. In Pokemon, it was like instead of 50, it went to like 80. I was like, all right, it's not like the end of the fucking world. I'm employed. I'm depressed with this world. I feel so bad for everyone. Listen, man, don't feel bad for other people. You don't know their situation, and like what I mean by don't feel bad for other people is like don't feel bad on people's behalf. If they're doing all right and they're just getting by, we're all just trying to get fucking by day by day. All right, let's check this early February. So I have we have 2 rainbows. I'm trying to check the 20-day too. Yeah, Chew, you have a massive sub, dude. You have the Mimic UV, Marnie full art. We did that 20-day. Rip. Pikachu V. You got a couple of Charizard hollows from Sword and Shield, Volt Tackle. Let me check that there. Skyla's, yeah. The 45 days from February, sit tight, dude. Sit very tight. Yeah, you got a fat sub. And Thasgar, you got a fat sub too for the 45 day. But you do have a 5 day. Not Thasgar. We have an Evolutions Charizard from Insane. Then Stitches, obviously, because he's just a savage. He's got a Rainbow Pikachu, a regular Charizard, and a Reverse Charizard. And I have a foil Grim Monolith that's going to get like a PSA 3. Let me get the information on that. I think everything's been logged in at PSA, actually. I think they actually caught up to that. Yeah, Rocky, I want to check what you have too in early February. You have some stuff. That was actually my biggest sub. You had the Pikachu full art from Cosmic Eclipse, and you were like, cue the sad music, and then you pulled that. Well, my take right now with Magic is if the card's over $2,000, I grade it. Just for authenticity's sake. I'm not dealing with people going, is your Marnie in the second lot? I'll check right now. I'm checking early February 1st. Let me check January 2021 for 20 days. Yeah, Rocky, you got a bunch of 45 days in that. Let me pull this up here. The January 45 days have been logged in. Let's see when they were logged in. I want to get you guys this info. Bulk TCG. They logged in on April 26th. So according to PSA submission, PSA, their value is up to, fuck, it's Reholder. It's up to the 20th of August. So 8 months out. Yeah, guys, sit tight. Sit tight. That's the January. The January 45 day was April 26th, yeah. Sit tight, guys. Like I said when we did it. But then consider this. Whenever 45-day grading, the Shining Celebi, when it comes back, we'll know. Did you have anything in that yet? I don't think you had anything in January. No, yeah, you didn't have anything in January. I have this one grade that was from the Champion's Path, right? It was the promo one. This person has not been back to the stream since the first stream I had. Paid for grading and has never come back. So I'm going to have this card. I'm going to send it to them. And they're like, what the fuck is this? We have CKO's Chansey that we think might be the first 10. 20 day. Let's see what's up with the 20 days. The 20 days from January. The January 20 days are logged in on April 4th. Holy shit. Think about that. Yeah, they were like, yeah, that's it. I'm grading this promo and I'm done. No, I have a lot of personals in November. That's for me, though. Yeah, guys, sit tight. This year. I submit through these guys' Iron PSA. Rocky, I said that I'm done with Magic, and I bought a foil Vorinclex. That thing, and now I want to finish. I went from, you know what, Magic is really doing like its thing, to being like, you know, I now have a $25,000 want list to finish out foiling out my cube. So, I understand, Rocky. Not an ad to us right now, but anyone over Battle Style, so you just say ETB for 35. Yeah, it's pretty good. I've seen a few people are selling like at cases for like 35. Guys, there's product. There's product. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Get what you like. Don't get caught up in the emotions of it, man. Just get what you like, get what you have, stay the course. And I recommend buying like a case of each set, putting it aside. See me in 5 years. You'll thank me. You know why you'll thank me? Because there's going to be new shit you're going to want. And you'll be like, you know what? I could sell one Battle Styles ETB for $150 and buy the new stuff I want without having to take money from my paycheck. That's how you do it. How you do it. Trade the old into the stuff you want. And you only have to trade one. You still have your ETBs. Or if you're balling, you could be like, you know what? I just want to sit and have fun with my friends and open up packs. I'd much rather have it than not with this stuff. You know? Like, so we had the pack extravaganza, right? The MTG one. And it sold okay. Yeah. I saw Michael's great prices. So I did the pack extravaganza thing, right? Checking my orders, right? No, he said the battle styles. Well, I still have like 180 packs of battle styles. Think about it. But that's the risk that people do take. when it comes to the business, right? Because everyone, when there's a crazy run where everyone's winning, right? Everyone's like, oh, you're making so much money on it. But then you don't realize is like this $800 sitting here. Yeah, I'm trying to get, I have 10 cases supposedly ordered, but there's a lot of cut. There's a lot of products been cut. I'm going to be talking to my people in the next week or so about putting in my deposit for Chilling Reign. But think about this, right? Let's just talk about opportunity cost. I've been opening up 10 to 20 packs for myself per stream of Battle Styles, but before that it was like 240 left, right? So say that I bought the boxes at like $100 a box. So it's like let's just say it's hopefully you get it, JP. Let's just say it's $3 a pack, and I had 220. That's $660. If at the time that happened, thank you very much for the follow, physics. Right? If I had taken that money and just bought Ethereum, right? That $660 will now be worth like $1,400, right? So there's a risk involved when you buy this stuff. So when people get upset, it's like, oh, like you have this product, like, because I was getting Vivid Voltage and sell out immediately. Vivid Voltage was just hot. I raised my price on Vivid Voltage like reluctantly. I was like, I only raised my price on Vivid Voltage because I couldn't get a box for less than like $210 for a while. Raised my price to $650 and sold out that same day. I was like, fuck. It's just hot as fire. You know what I mean? That shit was hot. So you learn like that. But then, so I'm like, okay, Battle Styles. Battle Styles looks solid. I really like the Tyranitar. It doesn't look like a bad set. $4 a pack for most of the time. If it wasn't for the chip challenge, I probably wouldn't have sold half the packs I even did. There's always a risk involved. But I don't spend money I'm not willing to lose or have sit there. There's always opportunity cost. Every pack, every product that doesn't sell is opportunity cost. You know? It's very simple. It's very easy when things are looking good to be like, oh, like, you know, look at this. But then everyone considers the downside risk. And that's what I'm talking about with Asgar. About when Magic, if Magic has a set and I don't care. Because I'm just some guy in his room. You know? Selling packs, grading cards, having a blast, right? But if I got rent to pay, for Chilling Reign, I have a shaving challenge, right? I'm going to shave the beard live on stream if we pull a certain card. I just don't know which card that is yet. I just have to see what the obvious chase card is when I see the English set list. But if I have employees and I have rent and I have like Digimon and all these other releases and I have like huge overhead, these packs not selling is a problem. I have the ability to have diamond hands. They're just like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking keep it. All these Magic packs that didn't sell. You think I'm upset that I have 3 7th edition packs? No. I'll put them in a booth one day. I'll charge $80 a pack. You know, but I don't have overhead. I can work my other job, make a few thousand a week, you know, make a couple $1,000s every week, and I'm good. I could hold it. But if I had a store and a set came out and it bombed, like it actually bombed, like it didn't move at all, that would be bad. Because that money would be tied up, dead money. No, and right now everything's good in terms of card games. Everything's moving. So everyone's like, oh, like everyone's mad. But Rocky, I've had many people, especially like my random friends, right? Like who aren't in the card game, you know, that are just like friends I knew from like sports or whatever, you know? Yeah, like exactly. Push comes, like I'm okay keeping it. I don't care. Like I could pee on this box right here, and I'll be like, I wish I still had the cards and not the pee, but it's okay. Where if the store doesn't sell it, that's a problem. It's a big problem. But Rocky, my friends who are like I know from like, you know, like sports or just like school or whatever, right? They're going, oh, like, are you gonna open a store? And I'm not kidding, Rocky. I wouldn't open a store unless I had $2 million in liquid, like $2 million. That way I can like handle like 10 consecutive garbage releases, because I know I'm gonna lose money on so many sets anyway. And the amount of time it takes to sort and this and that, packaging, shipping, dealing with people who are like sending you fucking emails on TCG players like, where's my 36-cent card? Like, ugh. Yes. Rudy talked about that. This guy, Alpha Investments on Magic, was talking about how sets like, and all that product that would sit on the shelf was dead money for stores that had to pay their rent. You know, it's like when things are going good, you know, everyone's like mad at the stores that are making money. But when things are going bad, no one cares. Which is why I have no sympathy for the people who are like upset. Like, yo, let them make their money, man. Because at least they give you a place to play and you get to have, you know, camaraderie and you get to meet people. Like, we take for granted that there are these places that we can go that everyone is into the exact same game that we're into. Never mind into gaming, into the exact same game. Yes, and in order to get the allocations, you have to buy a ton. And that is where someone like me comes in. And where someone like Rudy comes in. Because we provide the liquidity to these stores to buy these products and have guaranteed sales. That's why a store will sell me 5 cases for $90 a box. Because they know they can guarantee the sale. They know it won't sit on the shelf. I completely remove their risk. That's where people who come in, the whales who buy stuff and they hold it, where you might get annoyed at it, you know, if you're just a casual player, casual collector, watching somebody hoarding product, you might get annoyed, but you gotta understand that these people provide a service to the economy of the game as well, that we protect it on the downside, right? Where we're willing to take risks when other people are like, that's garbage. The people who bought stores out of Steam Siege when that shit couldn't sell for $60 at clearance, okay? When people came in and said, I will buy all of it for $55 each. Those people keep the stores running. It's all connected, man. It's all connected. And none of it is evil. And like I said about Pokemon, is you could talk about the scalping all you want. These markups are not that absurd. I'm sorry. $70 for a $50 ETB. The ETB easily could have just retailed at $70. Like, it's still a good product. Like Shining Fates ETBs, right? And I sold them. You guys know, man. I sold you guys them for $50. Yeah. And you know what, though? The market will decide. That thing is going to sit there with the number 200 on it for 3 years. Where the owner of that store would be better off just lowering the price to something closer to reasonable where someone can come in. You know? Yeah. But you know what, JP? A lot of people say that shit. A lot of people say that. Oh, if this drops, I'm going to buy a ton. But then there's a lot of people who, like, when a stock drops, they, like, start selling instead of buying it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people, like if Pokemon boxes, like, all of a sudden we're sitting there, it's like, no, you don't just want product cheap. You want the good product cheap, and that's not how that works. That's not how it works. Because the reason it's expensive is because people like it. The reason Vivid Voltage is expensive is because Pikachu is the shit. End of story. End of the fucking story. That's it. You know? But you need the people who are willing. That's one of the reasons why you can't remove the reserve list in Magic. Is because what about all those people that when Magic was, like, on life support during, like, fucking Urza's block and Kamigawa block, that bought in, that kept the stores running by buying their cards? They took that risk. Those people should just get shit on because now everything's good. We have this false sense that everything's always going to be good. That's not the case. That is not the case. And listen, man, if they want to try to sell Shining Fates CTBs for 200, then the good thing is that we could just look at it and go, no. They're going to have to come down or they'll sit on it. Yeah, sure. Listen, man, come hang out. Join the Discord. I talk about cardboard finance like all the time. I've been doing this shit for over a decade, man. And just the strategies that you can apply to, like, basically make this hobby pay for itself, because it really should, right? The fact is there are very few hobbies where you can make money on the hobby itself, right? Where just by getting lucky, right? And there are very few hobbies where, and it's not even, like I said, it's not about doing it so you can have a yacht. It's not the point. The point is that if you, yeah, it's cool, neat. Yeah, JP, but you bought Ethereum and you're not rich yet. But you can use the gains from it, and it's fun to look at because it's, trust me, looking at this Charizard is way more nice than looking at 3 shares of Tesla, even if they're the same value, you know? It's like, it's way cooler to look at this to me. And if I ever want a card that I really want, like if I ever come across like a PSA 10 Poliwrath, right? Because Poliwrath is my number 1 card, right? My number 1 Pokemon. It will always be my favorite. And person wants like $2,500, right? Not $2,500, or wants like $5,000. I could say, yo, I'll give you this and $2,500. And this covered it. This covered it, right? Where I paid $200 for this card 4 years ago, and then I paid $70 to grade it. So instead of me paying $5,000 out of pocket, I really only paid like $2,800, and I got the card I wanted. No, I don't have a first ed PSA 10 Poliwrath. So the reason why Thasgar, I don't have I've had multiple opportunities to purchase one, right? The reason I don't have the 10 yet is because I will literally never sell it. Like, I will literally never sell it. If any of those I get, like, I'm not selling any of my Poliwraths, right? Like this, like, I'm not selling my 7s. I'm definitely not selling my 1. My PSA 1 first ed is like one of my favorite cards I own, right? But I'm not in a life position to take $6,000 and basically throw it into the abyss, right? I'm really not. I'm just not in that position to take $6,000 of even invested money and just know it's gone forever, no matter what. Because I wouldn't have the heart to sell it. Like, I would rather, like, I'm not even kidding with you, and this is going to sound unhinged, but I would rather be homeless looking at it. Like, if it all went to hell, I would rather just be me and my Poliwrath card. Just, like, my knees up against my thing like this. Like friggin' Gollum. Not Golem. Golem's a Pokemon. Right? I would rather just... So, because that's, like, a personal holy grail of, like, my childhood. So... I've had opportunities to purchase it. However, things are starting to move in a direction for me. Thank you, crypto. Yeah. Even at its price, what am I gonna like crack, like pawn it off? That maybe I will be able to put $5,000 in my holy grail. Right? I'm not there yet, but my moves over the last 4 or 5 years are really starting to pay some dividends. You know, really starting to pay some dividends. And it's great. I'm quite happy. So maybe I will. But I'm very patient. I'm a patient person. I'm not going to do something reckless just to get my toy. That's being a baby. That's being a brat. Being a little 2-year-old. Instead, relax. Consider the options. Look at it. Say, can I take this and put it here? What does that mean as far as opportunity cost? How much am I giving up? Is it worth it for me to give that up? And then if I can answer that truthfully and go, yeah, I'm willing to give up that opportunity, out the door goes $6,000, and in the door comes a Holy Grail, and it goes on the shelf. It's the card. That is the card. And I also consider the opportunity cost in the future as well. I have to consider the future growth of the card. They only go up. You know, they may retrace, but over time, they only really go one direction. Also fun to have the thrill of the hunt. You know what I mean? The thrill of the hunt is there too. It's kind of a lot of fun. Guys, so the future of breaks, man. Talking about that, and you, like, just don't rush into shit. It never works out. It never works out. And then you end up presenting the thing that you wow. I mean, like, I used to do that with guitars, man. Joe Sakic? Yeah, Joe Sakic is like an NHL Hall of Famer. Yeah, you opened up a lot of Sword and Shield base, man. Yo, that's a set that I can't believe. What's that shit going for? You know what I like on TCG Player? I can click Pokemon, and like the sets are still fairly recent. You click on Magic, and it's like promo pack for call time. It's like at least in Pokemon, the set's kind of like, if you go on TCG Player, it's like, oh, they haven't released that many sets in the last 2 months.
And a sword and
Shield in Pokemon. I want you to get it too. The fuck? There we go. How much is a box of this shit right now? Fuck. $250 for a box of base. Might as well seal base price at 60. You know what ever sell? If he doesn't need the money, I want it. Why would you sell it? They only go one direction, man. Like, they're not making more, but I promise you they're printing more dollars. Probably right now. I can literally hear the money machine. But it's like, why would you sell it? Like, if you don't need the money, keep your assets, man. Woo. Yeah, man. You flip it to buy what you want. That's the thing. You flip it to buy what you want so the hobby pays for itself. Right? It's like, I will flip Blastoise cards to get Poliwrath cards. Does that make sense? No, that's a bad example. I like Blastoise too. Like, I like a freaking Gardevoir too. I'm trying to think of another Pokemon that I would flip. Fuck, I have Diamond Hands, man. I hate selling shit. Charizard, whatever. Like, if I could turn, like, if I could get 2 Charizard, like, Shadowless ones that I look like I can grade and then sell for, like, a profit, and take the profit and buy my Poliwrath card, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to do that. You know? Because I want to build it up, because it's using cash as a mediary to trade, instead of just trading cards for cards. Lugia, perfect example. Right? Like, if someone's like, yo, listen, I'll sell you this mint-ish condition, first ed, Neo Genesis Lugia, and I go, okay, I'll offer you 800. They say yes. I grade it, gets an 8, I'll sell it for 2,000. That way I could I'll take my 800 plus the $300 to fucking grade it, and I'll take the 900 that I made profit, and I'll go buy like Skyridge Poliwrath 10. There we go. There's just an example, spitfiring, right? Of like, but I'm not just doing it, but that way I did it, like I put the work in to get the card I wanted. Instead of like going to work and like grinding and then like paying for the cards, to me that's a fool's game. Is like working your day job to buy cards. And I'm saying that the people who probably work their day job to buy cards. To me, that's a losing effort in the long term. This guy has 10, you know? I mean, I have to look at it. Like, I don't know enough about hockey cards. I'm the wrong guy. I know, like, nobody who knows shit about hockey cards. But you get what I'm saying? Where it's like, make the hobby pay for itself. If you max all this of 150, hope I don't regret doing so. I mean, well, it depends what you did with the money. Like, if you needed the money to eat, then you should have sold it immediately and you shouldn't have bought the cards. But if you did it and you bought something else, then that's okay. You know? Like, it just depends what you did with the money. It's not about that you sold it. Because anytime you sell something that's not going to be... Like, eventually it will go up. I can't predict the future. Yeah, you had to pay your car insurance. It's perfect. Like, you had an expense to do. Like, you needed the money. That's it. If you need the money, sell it all immediately. I told people that. And I'm telling you, this is someone who sells cards, man. They sell packs. I'm like, yo, if you need money, please do not buy breaks from me. Do not. It's very... I want to see people get everything they really want. I want to see people win, man. I mean, win. When I mean win, I'm talking about you have everything you want in your collection, and your bank account hasn't moved. Looked exactly the same as if you didn't, but you got everything. But it's like, if you needed to pay your car insurance like that, my only recommendation would be is, you know, don't buy cards if your car insurance is coming up, you know? And if you could have sold something else, or you could have like worked the extra shift to keep it. But if you got to do it, you got to do it. I just paid my car insurance 2 days ago. And I could have sold a card, but instead I said, let me get my ass in my car, drive some Uber to pay that shit. I don't want to fucking sell my shit to pay for... That's that paycheck to paycheck running in circle shit. Because trust me, that's you just going like this. Like, you're running really hard, but you're not going anywhere. I pay like 50% up front. That way I get a big discount on the back end. I probably should have did it differently this year. I was thinking about it just because of how the economy is, where everything is just so fucking hot. Yeah. It's like TLC insurance too. Should the guy go with Charizard? Listen, I actually want to do that. I want to do that at Gen Con. I want to because I'm going to be filming at events, right? I want to do a video. I'm going to bring this, right? I'm going to bring this Charizard card, right? The Shadowless 7. And I'm just going to offer, maybe I'll take a smaller card. I'm going to offer to pay for it. I have a Magnemite 10, right? I have a Magnemite 10 that goes from Team Rocket First Ed. It's like $80 last I checked, right? Maybe it's 100 now. I want to buy food. I want to just offer to pay with that. But the thing is the camera is so obvious. I want to do a candid camera. I think that'd be a fun video to be yo, all right, get my car fixed, buy something for $2,000 and just hand them this Charizard. Be yo, here. Yeah, what the fuck is this? Because we live in our little bubble, right? Where we think everyone knows our shit. 99.9% of people don't know that this has any value. What is it? What is it worth? $20? That's what people think. The crazy shit is going to be once people could start leveraging these things. Guys, this has been a blast. Let's see if there's anybody to raid up. I'll be alive Wednesday again. Oh, we got Michael.
Yeah.
Let's raid Michael. I bought oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. That's definitely.
Let's raid Michael, everyone.
Yo, it's been real. Of course, hang out in Discord. Everyone, thank you very much. I will be live again on Wednesday, 8:30. Much love, peace and love. Catch you guys. Everyone be safe.